Hello YouTube, it's 𝖊𝖎𝖆 and today's video is on the toxic trend of manifesting SPs. So for those who don't know, SP stands for specific person, and in recent years there's been a big trend in manifesting a specific person. For some people that can be somebody they haven't met yet, or it can be an ex, or a person they have an interest in. Some even do it for celebrities. And they do this through manifesting, or there's spells for a specific person, or there's even frequencies and subliminals to attract a specific person. There's even been a rise of meditations for a specific person, and even hypnosis to attract a specific person. What they want is they want to be able to get the specific person they wish to attract. Some people do it to get their exes back. Some people do it to call a lover in who isn't interested in them. I personally think it's unhealthy and toxic. I understand that each person involved in the spiritual community will have their own methods, techniques and beliefs. But my personal one is that you shouldn't mess with another person's free will. I think it's wrong. I think you should respect another person's decisions and choices without having to interfere with it. And I think it's foolish when I hear people say, well, in your reality, this person wants you, so it's fine to manifest them. I think it's still something you've had to go out your way to create, and something you've invested your energy in creating. When if they wanted to be with you, they would just want to be with you off their own free will, and you shouldn't have to make them. I also think, well, why would you want somebody you've had to manifest to like you? Or manifest to take you back, or do a spell to take you back or like you? Like, why would you want that? It's not authentic, it's not real. They haven't liked you off their own back. And surely you'd have moments when you're with them where you'd think, I've had to manifest this to happen, or I've had to do a spell to make this happen, I've had to create this. It hasn't just happened off their own back. I've had to make them want me, in a sense. I also think though that if you have to manifest a specific person, you're not standing in your dark feminine or your divine feminine for that matter, because you are chasing them. You're not allowing yourself to be chased. So the difference there is that a woman in her power doesn't chase anybody. A woman without her power feels the need to chase somebody. And that's just my opinion. If you have to chase a person, you are not standing strong in your feminine power. You're not embodying the black cat energy who has things come to her and attracts. Instead, you're pursuing, you are chasing. This could come across as very controversial, but I feel like if you feel the urge to have to chase somebody, that is coming from an unhealed place. Because being healed, you wouldn't have to chase anybody. If they're meant for you, they will be with you. They will find you. You won't have to actively go and try and change their mind through manifestation or witchcraft to want you. I think having the urge to do that definitely comes from an unhealed place. It's something I felt icky about since I knew it was a thing. I remember being really young and reading spell books and thinking it was weird and invasive then as a child when I saw love spells or whatever. Never mind as an adult. I've never felt the urge to do stuff like that. I never would do stuff like that. If I want to be with somebody, I'd want them to be with me because they want to be with me and they love me, not because I've had to make them. I want authentic love, real love, not something that I've had to create. I think it's okay to do stuff around attracting love towards you, because that's different to a specific person. You know, if you're doing a spell to attract love or romance into your life, that's broad, it could be anybody. But if it's a specific person, it's kind of going against their free will still, in my opinion. And as a witch, I've had my own experiences with attracting certain people, spells and stuff. So when I was a teenager, I wanted to attract a certain type of guy. And I called in what kind of guy I would like, what he would look like, and what kind of music he would like. And when I met that guy, because I manifested it, when I met that guy, he turned out to be awful. So I think if you're going to do stuff to attract love, you have to be so specific when you do it, or you can attract the opposite of what you want, or somebody who looks like the person you want to attract, but isn't a nice person. During lockdown, I had my own little spiritual business, and the amount of people I had asking for specific person love spells were ridiculous, and I rejected them every single time. I got asked for a specific person love spells and for contact spells to get a specific person to contact you, and I would always say no. Again, in the spiritual community, especially in the witchcraft community, we all have different practices and different beliefs. Now, another one of mine is that I will never do a love spell on a specific person for anybody. Like the fact that I've been asked multiple times, I've said no. another main reason as to why I would never do it. The main reason of all is because it goes against the person's free will. But another reason is because when people do love spells on others, that more time it's a demon that you're sending to that person. The demon will possess the person, bombard them with thoughts of you, and make that person think they fall in love with you. It's why a lot of times people have done love spells, when that person who's had a love spell placed on them comes out of it, or the spell weakens and they come out of that trance-like state that the spell puts them in, they have broke up with that person who put the spell on them, because that love was never real in the first place, and they had been manipulated through witchcraft and manifestation to thinking they love somebody that they didn't.
Love spells is not it. You trying to force somebody to be obsessed with you is not it. It's all cute and fun and games and he crazy about you until that shit wear off. Until you get tired of that shit, you ready to move on, but you can't because this motherfucker won't leave you alone. Bro, y'all, we have to do better. What happened to healing? What happened to, I don't chase, I attract? What happened to a motherfucker genuinely fucking want you and fuck with you? Like, y'all get on this motherfucking app and lose y'all damn mind. You see, she ain't even tell you how to fucking undo this shit. Y'all gonna do some shit y'all don't even know fucking how to undo. Like, this shit is not nothing to be played with or taken lightly. Don't let this app have you out here fucked up in some shit you can't get out of, for real.
Y'all imagine casting a love spell on a fucking narcissist and this man end up unaliving you. So y'all,
casting a love spell gonna always get you got. It's not love that you're attracting. These love spells that you're buying or performing yourself breeds obsession. That's not what you want. And then it breeds resentment in the people that you're doing it to, which is dangerous. So on one hand, they hate you, but on the other hand, they can't leave you alone. And now you're scared, or let's say you've had your fun and now you're over it, you're done, and they are constantly hawking you. Now you're being stalked.
Get offended all you want, but the most weirdest fucking people I know are the ones who manifest SPs back. Like, why do you want to manifest somebody who has not been treating you well? Make it make sense. It's very delusional in the sense of your fucking confidence. You need to go manifest loving your fucking self. Stop trying to manifest and do like love work and candle magic for somebody else. One, you're going against their fucking free will. Do not fuck with that shit. And you're going to learn eventually as some fucking, because that person will come back on. Everything done in the dark will always come to, even if you think the intent is so good, it's not that good. The intent should be learning how to love yourself. That's why I find it so weird how a lot of people try to come on this internet and then do love spell work, right? Or let's manifest your SP back. Why do you want to manifest somebody back who has not been treating you good right now, making you feel loved? I don't get.
One thing I would never do is tell a client how to make somebody fall in love with them. I would never tell a client how to do a love spell or do a honey jar for somebody or do any type of thing to make somebody fall in love with them specifically, like spell work. I would never do that, and I'm not even being sarcastic. I think that shit is crazy. You are going against the fact that somebody else has free will. We all have free will, and I would never tell you to take away somebody else's free will just because you want to be happy right now. The person literally can become obsessive, wanting to possibly abuse you and unalive you. No. So when people get to talking like that, I get them the real. The only way that you can at least have somebody look at you is loving yourself. You need to learn how to love yourself, baby. And that person still ain't even for you. They gonna chase up behind you. And if they for you, then that works. But I would never sit on here and give y'all no spell work to do no love spells or nothing. We don't do that.
Growing up with a santero father, I knew never to play with love. I remember I was 14 years old and I told my dad I had a crush on this boy. And I told my dad, I'm like, I really want him to like me. He doesn't like me. I know you can make him like me. I want you to put a spell on him. My dad looked at me and he said, I will never do that for you. If you have to make somebody love you, that is not your person. You should never have to do that. And you don't want me to do that because a love spell is something you do not play with.
I genuinely got asked for love spells and make your ex want you back again spells more than anything. And it was kind of sad to see, to be honest with you, because I thought people genuinely, like most people seem to value a love interest and having a love interest more than they do their own healing. And that's quite sad to see how some people would value a love interest more than their own growth and healing and personal development. And I thought that was quite sad. And I understand that it's something that's ingrained in people from a young age. Like as you grow up, what do you see on TV or films? You see Disney movies and movies where the girl is saved by a guy at the end, or they come together as a couple, or they reconcile, or they meet the person of their dreams and live happily ever after. You know, you grow up watching stuff like that. On the radio, it's always love songs. And there was barely any films or movies growing up where the protagonist at the end saved herself or healed herself or himself. And it's only ever going to be shoved down people's throats more now in this era of social media because of couples content or Instagram posts of beautiful couples in aesthetically pleasing spaces, dating content on TV and on YouTube. So I understand that there is definitely a pressure on single people, especially the older that you get. Because once you get to a certain age, parents and family members start asking when you're going to get married, etc. And it's a lot. So I understand the pressures that single people may feel. However, my opinion still remains the same on how it isn't right to try and mess with another person's free will. I also find the calling the ex back spells and stuff extremely creepy because you've clearly broken up for a reason. So why would you not want to just leave it, you know? It just seems a bit weird and a bit invasive, and I would hate the idea of anybody doing a love spell on me, like trying to mess with my free will. It's not right. If someone doesn't like you, they don't like you, and it's up to you to accept that, not to try and create a reality in which they do. To me, the same way that if a person approaches you in person and asks you out and you're not interested, that should be respected. It's the same thing for if someone's made it clear they don't like you, that should be respected. You shouldn't then go and try and manifest them against their free will or do spells on them. Like, it's wrong. And it's 6 and 2 3s in my opinion.
This is why trying to manifest a specific person is literally the worst thing you can do. Trying to manifest somebody specific is actually going against free will. And free will is the foundation of the universe. Like, it is the core and center law of the universe. You have the power to believe, to think, to feel that of what you want. The universe, God, even gives you the power to believe in it or not. Free will is the foundation to life. Breaking somebody else's free will goes against nature. And secondly, trying to manifest somebody specifically is the opposite of attraction. I believe in the law of attraction. I believe in magnetism. I believe in magic and universal powers and just allowing things to come to you. And that is just gross chasing energy. Like, I would never try to manifest someone specifically. I simply just align myself with the reciprocal of the kind of partner that I want, and from there attract them that way. And why would you want to manipulate somebody to be with you? Like, why would you want to choose somebody who is not actively choosing you? This is a rule that I have in my life. I love those who love me, and I go to people who are attracted towards me. Go where you are loved, go where you are cherished, go where you are respected, go where you are going to be treated like a queen or a king. Go and be in the energy and presence and frequency of people who are going to embrace you. And stop trying to force these people who clearly do not want to be in your energy to be in there, because if they are not meant to be in your energy and a part of your world, it is for a reason. So by you trying to force this connection with this person and manifest it, that's not manifesting. That is not manifestation. That is manipulation, and I don't believe in that. And so that's why on this page you will never see me talking about manifesting specific people.
So that's my opinion and my views on this topic, attracting SPs. What are your opinions on it? Do you think it's weird as well, or are you okay with it? Thank you for watching and take care. See you in the next one.